So this event for free to play is a tricky one. You can get some honestly solid rewards just by dumping some gems into this event. You can get some solid rewards for doing like half of the Prophet Orbs and gems. And then if you do go all in on this event, you want to do all 8 loops of Prophet Orbs for 640. You want to dump all 30,000 gems into this event. You have a chance. I'm going to say a chance to get an additional Core of Origin chest or something like that. However, once again, it is only a chance. Now, the great thing is here, if you can get one location 100%, you're essentially coming away with 2 items from the good shop, and we're going to break that all down for you right now. Hopefully, you guys enjoy this one. This is what you guys can get completely free to play. So let's start off and talk about where all of these lanterns are going to be coming from. Well, you're going to be able to do a total of 8 of these loops. You can do 6 or get 6 of these lanterns per loop, meaning you can get 48 of these lanterns from Prophet Orbs. The second place you're going to be able to get them is from the Moonlight Palace here. This one, of course, it's going to take, I think you said 50 purchases at 600 gems apiece. So that is 36, because no matter what, so long as you complete it, whether you do it right, you do it wrong, you're going to get 36 of these here. And then the last place you're going to get these free, at least, is going to be the relay package. Its first package should be 100% free, meaning you get, yes, an additional 2. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it is. Beyond that, an additional 262 come from the paid relay package. And then finally, I didn't put the screenshot in here at all, but the last 300 come from value packs, giving you a total of 648, which, as long as I did my math right, like, let's throw this up on the screen here too. So there's 11 locations. So there's a total of 1100 happiness. If you get the worst luck possible, technically 654 is what you would need, and you're only getting 648. So there actually is a chance. I mean, let's talk about the odds of that. Like, you'd have to hit 1.68% every single time. But remember, this percentage part is going to be kind of key here in a minute, because we need to talk about what happens. So again, each lantern is going to give between 1.68 and 1.78% happiness. It's really random. I don't know why they just didn't change the numbers to make it 1. I'm sure someone mathed this out and did some weird stuff. So what happens if you do no Prophet Orbs whatsoever? You're essentially only going to be counting these guys right here, the 36 plus the 2 that are free. Well, if you take those happiness on the extreme low roll, you can come away with 63.84%. On extreme high roll, it's 67.64. So it's not a huge swing here. But what's important is that means you're going to be getting down to the cores here, which is kind of solid. There's really no chance of getting to the 70% chest, in case you were wondering. If you wanted to get, more treasure train stuff, it might be worthwhile to invest a few Prophet Orbs into this event to get down to here. But again, if that's the case, you probably need to do one more loop of, or one loop of Prophet Orbs, somewhere around 80 Prophet Orbs, and that'll get you the 70 chests here. But then it's like that slippery slope. It's like, well, then I guess I could always go for the treasure train tickets. Well, then there's also, like Scattered Spirit Vein, and for free to play, that's not the easiest resource to come by. So seeing these 2 here, and even Contract Starry Gems, really, really solid. So what happens if we want to jump to the next tier up from that, and we want to go all the way down the bottom to get one of these columns to 100%? Well, to do that, it's going to cost roughly 290 Prophet Orbs to get 22 of these resources. And once again, we need the calculator on board here, because what we got here is 22 plus 36 plus 2 is 60. You multiply that by 1.68, that gets you 100.8. So that is the most you would have to go in on this event. So just keep that in mind. Technically, if we're talking about 100 happiness and we divide it by 1.78, which is like the highest high roll, that's 56. So you subtract that. Technically, you'd only need 18 / probably 19 points. So you can save some Prophet Orbs, and that's why there's no one exact math problem for all this. I'm just going to give you like the guaranteed. So guaranteed 290 Prophet Orbs is going to be the premium. Remember, this one up here, the first tier, that is only going to net you 2 of these up here. Whereas if you do this route right here and you get to 100 happiness, that means you're coming away with 20 of the Jade Rabbit, meaning the first 2 purchases for 5, aka the discounted price, will go up here, which will then unlock the middle shop here. And then once you're in here, the first 2 are also 50% off, which means you can get any combination of sublimations and or cores of origin, multiples, which is pretty solid. There is a third route, but I want to make sure you guys understand. Technically, this is not guaranteed. However, it should be. It should be. So the last one on our equation here is doing 1 column to 100 and then getting a second location up to 50. Technically, that should be possible. So that's going to require all 640 Prophet Orbs for 48. All 30,000 gems and the 2 free late, which means you get 48 plus 36 plus 2 gets you 86. Now, if we multiply this by 1.68 or 1.68, you'll notice you only come up to 144.48 happiness. That's not great. However, if you take it and multiply by 1.78, you're well over the happiness. So 153. This is weird. 144, so it's almost like a 50-50 chance on this that you'll hit it. What you really need to do is math out and see how many Prophet Orbs you did to get to 100 happiness. If you're in the positive, then I would say going for this would be worthwhile. If you're not quite there, I don't know if I'd go for it, because you got to realize you're using basically double the Prophet Orbs at that point. Even if you just consider this 320 Prophet Orbs, is it worth another 320 Prophet Orbs for 1 more of these? Typically in the past, I would say absolutely it would be worthwhile, because Prophet Orbs don't come around that often as a key resource in an event to get some premium stuff. However, if you can dump another 320 in to get 1 more, I mean, that kind of sounds good. That kind of sounds good, but it really comes down to what you need on your account, or if you want to try to maybe save those Prophet Orbs for another big event. But again, doing the calculations on your first 100% happiness is important. If you're really low rolling and you actually have to go for like all 290, then that's where you really need to consider, what are my chances? As always, I will put all of this information from my notepad into the description down below so you guys can take a look at it as well. Make sure I didn't make any mistakes, because, hey, it wouldn't be the first time I made a mistake on an event. But I think everything is pretty clear. It's just really weird how each lantern gives 1.68 to 1.78. There's a 0.1% difference per lantern, and that can add up to multiple percentage points over time. And it's kind of crazy that even if you buy everything, technically it looks like there's a chance. I mean, it's a very, very low chance, but there is a chance you don't finish out this event. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I'll see you guys next time.